Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be answering some questions that I got in regards to my surgery. I didn't really get that many questions, and most of the questions that I did get were very repetitive. And you guys did me dirty. You guys did not comment on my video. You guys went and sent me DMs and asked me questions in my DMs. I don't appreciate that. Just kidding. But make sure you guys do leave your comments. Any comments that you guys have, whether they be good or bad, honestly, just leave them there, because I want to know, you know, things that I need to switch up or how I can make my channel more interesting, because I'm you know, really trying to stay consistent with it. So make sure you guys comment in the comment section. Don't go to my DMs. And then I wanted to apologize if you guys hear noises. It's kind of hard to film with my kids running around everywhere and making noise, so this is why it's taken me this long to film.
Also, you guys are gonna see me scratch like a lot during this video, and I'm so sorry about that. I'm currently dealing with an allergic reaction and I don't know what it is. It's been a few days now, so apologies.
But okay, let's get into it. So where did I do my surgery? I did it at Beautology. I did tag them. I put their information in the description on my last video. And how did I pick Beautology? So like I mentioned, I had 2 other consultations somewhere else, and then I had this consultation that I had actually was a virtual consultation. And the other ones were I actually went in person and spoke to the doctor and stuff. And it's crazy that this is the one that I went with, but the reason I did is because when I did have that virtual, you know, Zoom call, they were very informative. They were just super informative. They were telling me like how things were gonna go down step by step. They were giving me a lot of reassurance and comparisons, and I went on their website to check out the work, and I follow them on Instagram. I watch a lot of their videos, so that was a big reason, but mostly because I felt comfortable. The way they talked to me, it wasn't about just like getting your money, you know, it was just more like they care about you. So that's how I picked the spot that I went to. My other question was, did I get saline or silicone? I got silicone. I got the gummy bear implants, and I went with those because from what I've heard and what they've told me is that those are the most, and I can vouch for it now, they're the most real looking and real feeling. Like my boobs literally feel real. Like you can squish them and they're like squishy. Like there's nothing hard about them. And they look great. I mean, I love them. So I went with silicone. I did the gummy bear implants. Those were the most expensive option, and I normally go with like the most expensive things just because I feel like they are better. But in this one, I actually like looked into it, and yeah, they're like the most natural feeling and looking, and I obviously I loved them, so I feel that that's true. And then where did they go? How do they place the implant? So it was, I forget what it's called, IVF. I forget what the term is called, but it was under the boob. So they did a little cut here under the boob. It's really not that noticeable at all because it's like there's a boob there now. So it covers the scar, but it's very minimal. They're just yelling. Give me a sec. Okay, she's not crying. So actually, let me check on her. Hold on. So yeah, so the scar or whatever, barely even noticeable. It's very small. And it was under the boob. The next question was sedation scary? Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys. In the beginning, I was really freaked out about going to sleep. This was when I booked my appointment, which was like probably like 5 or 6 months prior to the actual surgery date. And when I booked my appointment, I was nervous about going to sleep because I have never been to sleep before this. However, I wasn't as nervous like before. Okay, let me just start over. So ever since I decided, or ever since the thought creeped in my mind about like me getting boobs, I was like, I really want to do it. I really want to do it. But I always thought I would never go through with it. And the reason was because of sedation, because of going to sleep. I was really nervous. It was just freaking me out. Just think the thought of me just being knocked out there and them doing whatever they were doing to me. So this was when the first thought came in, which was probably about 2.5 years ago. It was after I stopped breastfeeding my daughter. So, but I do work with oral surgery. So while I did work for an oral surgeon for all these years, almost 4 years, and we literally put people to sleep every single day. So after, witnessing that and being, there as an employee, seeing how the process is for them, like they literally go to sleep and they wake up and everything's done. And it's very safe. It's very, very safe. So after me working there, I feel like that kind of gave me more of that reassurance, like me seeing patients go to sleep every day and having them wake up and see how they react and stuff like that. It definitely helped me a lot. But I was freaked out at the thought of going to sleep at first. So yeah, I would say that helped me. And also in the end, I was really excited to do it. I was just more excited and more anxious about it than I was scared. So I don't know if that makes any sense. What did I feel when being sedated? Honestly, they put in the IV and they first gave me some antibiotics and stuff, and then they brought me back. And then on the way back, they put the medication, like I think I was like barely gonna enter this actual surgery room, the operating room, when they put in the medication, because as soon as I got into the room, I started feeling just really relaxed. So I wasn't, kind of like a little bit like a drunk kind of feeling, just really relaxed, and I could see the room, everything around me, and the last thing that I saw was a big like white light in front of me, and then everything just went black. And I didn't dream anything. It didn't feel like 1 second or anything like that. It just felt like I took a nap and then I woke up. Like I lost track of time. I don't know how long it was. Like I don't know anything. I just remember the last thing I saw was a big white light. I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, everything was done and over with. So that's what I felt, I guess. The last question, another question was, did they let my boyfriend go back with me? They did let him go back to the pre-op room. So whenever they put my IV in, I think, and whenever they were just going over some stuff with me right before they brought me into the actual surgery room, he was with me. And I think, so he was with me most of the time up until I actually went into the surgery, which I feel like was very helpful that I had him there with me. I wasn't just there all alone. So yes, I believe you can bring one person with you day of surgery. And that question, I guess, just goes because right now, because of COVID, who knows how long that'll last or whatever. But yeah, they did let me bring him back. Okay. The last question is, how did I know what size to choose? And that question, I didn't really know what I was really doing, to be honest, but I was kind of going based off of, I know a few people who have had surgeries before, breast augmentation specifically, and I always hear, they would always say, make sure you go bigger. Just go one size bigger than what you really want. So when I went in to so I had an appointment before the actual surgery to, talk it over, do my consents, and then choose my size and stuff. And when I went in, they gave me like this bra, and they had like the different sizes for me to kind of just stuff them in there and just see what size I wanted to go with. And they all, honestly, from the smallest one, it was like 350 to like 450 or something. They all seemed pretty big to me because I liked my boobs before. Like I did love my boobs. Now you guys are gonna be like, oh, then why did you get your boobs done? But I did like my boobs how they were before, pre-kids, you know, they were nice and perky. But then after having kids, they just kind of went, ooh, you know. And all I wanted was just that lift back. Like, I did not care for big old boobs. Like, I did not care for having huge boobs at all. Like, I just literally wanted my boobs to be like perky again. Because if you have kids, you know that after kids, your boobs are not the same. They're not as perky as they were. And I honestly, I took my boobs for granted before. But anyway, what I wanted was just some fullness to them. So I didn't want anything crazy big. So I went with the smallest choice that I was given, which was the 350. And even then, I felt like I was going a little bit bigger than what I wanted. But I kept in mind what everybody else was telling me. I was like, okay, this is a little bit bigger than what I really want. Because I felt like they were just a little bit bigger, like a little bit too big. I was like, if I could just go down just a little bit, it would be perfect. But I just kept that in mind, that what they were telling me, just go a little bit bigger than what you really want. So I just went ahead and did the 350s. Honestly, I am very happy with the choices that I made. The last question was how much did I pay? And I paid $6,500 for my implants. And I think I had gotten a discount. I can't remember. I think it was like if I gave like a down payment or something like that, they would like give me a discount. I don't know. I can't remember exactly how it went down because it was like a while ago. But I know that they do have discounts like on Mother's Day or like Valentine's Day or like, you know, special occasions. They do give discounts. So I will keep a lookout for that. But that is how much I paid. And I believe that's the last question. I really can't think of anything else. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope I answered all your guys' questions. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next video.